Hi everybody, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. We are making what I like to call chunky ornaments or gift tags. Why are they chunky? Because there's a lot of dimension and 3D elements to them. There's chipboard and ribbon and lace. Some of them are double-sided. They work great as ornaments for your tree, fantastic gifts, or they can be embellishments on your gifts as a gift tag. So they were a lot of fun to make. If you stick around to the end, I'm going to tell you how you can win one of these for your very own. I'll even let you pick which one you want. So make sure you stick around to the end and we'll make some ornaments together. All right, so to make ornaments, I like to add little bits of this and that and little bits of buttons and flowers and bells and things like that, some chipboard, but primarily we're going to be using Foggy Forest 6x6 pattern cardstock is sort of the inspiration for these, and then also gingham number 1 6x6 papers, some red and green in this I think because I'm just loving gingham. And the first thing we're going to do is take some chipboard. Now we have shaped chipboard as the base of the ornament. Of each ornament. We're going to be doing the two. And we also have chipboard in these shapes as well. And so we're going to be covering these with paper, maybe a little ink, and then this one we're going to be just inking. All right, so I wanted to cover a circle here with some paper, and I'm choosing the top part of this one right here. Okay, so for that, it has a little hanger hole there, but we're not going to be using that. We're going to create different hangers. So we're going to go ahead and just take some glue. Your favorite liquid glue. Tape runner works for this as well. Just putting this on this. I want to get a little bit of this mountain, and I want to get some of this tree line on there. Sometimes I just do that, and then I just hold it up to the light so I can see. You guys can't see what I can see, I don't think, but yeah, I can get the shape behind that. And then we're just going to cut around that. I like to turn this over so I can see exactly where to cut, and I'm just keeping the scissors straight, cutting in the middle here, and then I'm just taking the circle and I'm just turning it. And what we're trying to avoid is this. That chunkiness, that's how you get kind of a jagged edge. So if you just do this, you're gonna have a nice clean line. And then if you don't have a clean line like you want, an emery board or a sanding block, just going around that edge a little bit makes a tremendous difference. It's gonna take a little bit of that printed ink from the paper off and give you a little bit of a white edge, a little bit of a distressed edge. It can look a little more vintage if you'd like. Just like that. All right, and so now we have a circle that is a scallop, and this is going to go on here. Now these you can cover with paper. It just takes a little bit to take some small scissors and cut around that. It takes a little bit of extra time, so what I did ahead of time is I went ahead and took a green ink pad, just took the surface of it and just ink this. Now we don't need to ink the whole thing because this is going to go right there. So save your ink pad. And then we're going to go ahead and put that right there. Glue that on. There we go. And I probably will be utilizing that little hole right there, so we want to keep that at the top. Just like that. All right. Now we're going to look at some chipboard here. I really like this one. And I thought, how cool would that be to put on there? But we're going to do a little bit of coloring on that. Okay, we're going to be using, my ink pad has seen better days. I just noticed that when I was getting ready to film today. All right, so we're going to go ahead And we're going to ink the body brown. And we want to do things like the haunches really well, and then the front part of the chest really well. And then we're going to go up to like the head and the ears and do that a little bit lighter. And then we're going to, do the muzzle. And I think I'm going to switch to a black dauber. These are just little daubers that go on your finger. And this is just some black ink on that. And it's great if you just want to get some ink in just the right spot. So we did the bottom of the legs, so for the feet, a little bit there on the muzzle, and then on the antlers, I want to keep those sort of as white or as cream color as possible, but I do want to add a little color, so just at the tips, we're going to do a little bit of that brown ink. That's it. That's all there is to it. And we're going to glue that right there. I just think that looks so nice. Another thing I want to add to this once we get this down is a little bit of this. It's called Fluffy Stuff. It's by Cosmic Shimmer, and it's this paste that you can squeeze out, and then when you heat it with a heat gun, it's gonna look like snow, and it's pretty awesome. So we're gonna put a little bit of that. And honestly, is this an elk or a deer? I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments. If my father-in-law, the hunter, is watching me, I'm sorry. I should know by now. All right, so we're going to take a little bit of Fluffy Stuff, and we're just going to kind of go like this, squeeze that out. And we don't want it like a super thick amount, but we do want to spread it out because then it will heat better. But I also want to put some kind of in the background around those trees, just like that. That would look really cool. All right, now I'm going to get my heat gun plugged in because of course I forgot to do that. If you've never used a heat gun before, at least with Fluffy Stuff, you would be able to use this if you have a hot hair dryer, because we're not worried about it flying off. Heat guns they're very, very intensely hot, but they don't push out a lot of air like a hair dryer does. And so when you have things that are almost confetti-like that you're adhering, you don't want them to fly away. But we don't have to worry about this because this is a paste. So let's watch this, and it's going to get heated up, and it's going to look pretty cool. This has to heat up a little bit. It's starting to go. Do you see it? It's almost like popcorn material. All right, that's a cool party trick, huh? All right, so now I'm going to unplug this because I'm not going to use it again tonight. Okay. All right, so we're setting our scene here with this really cool deer or elk. And now we're going to add just a little bit of ribbon for hanging. I have some twine here. It's sort of a natural color twine. And I've also got some nice red ribbon that I think would be really pretty to add that. So I'm trying to decide which is which we're going to do. I think the twine. I'm going to thread this through here. Trying to find my little scissors on my desk somewhere. Here we go. Just tie that with an overhand knot. All right, and then I think we're just going to tie a knot on this one as well, because a bow would take up a lot of space. So when I'm tying my knot, I like to kind of squish the knot down to the center there. There we go. And then I'm going to fold the ends in half, and I'm going to cut this at an angle to make a little notch in it, and it almost creates just a little bit of a bow tie look. Now doing the other side is a little tricky. I always get backwards on this side, every time. There we go. And then you're just going to center that knot. It'll move around a little bit for you. There we go. And that can just go right at the top. I'm going to put a little hot glue on that. There we go. And that's just going to go right there. So that is super easy, very quick to do. That was about 10 minutes. All right, now on the back side, I've put some stickers on here to and from. So not only is this an ornament, this would make a great gift tag. All right, you could put this on your gift, to, from, and then it could be a great ornament to hang on the tree. Or what if instead of the to, from, you put a photo on the back? Just a little memory, maybe something from nature, whatever, to put that on there, and then you have a really amazing keepsake too. So it's kind of got lots of options there with that surface. So the little to, from comes, this is from Happy Holidays Dazzle stickers. There's the to, from, and those will be linked down below. So let's do another ornament. This is fun. All right, so for the next one, I have slightly different shape here for you. So this one's kind of a fancy square, and here we go. I put this on the gingham. We're going to be using this little mini gingham, which is just so cute. And I wanted to talk to you here about cutting out the shape. This is going to be much easier than the scallop on the circle to cut out, but it doesn't have to take a long time. And you can be a little sloppy with it because we're going to do that sanding technique when we're done, and it's going to be great. So all of these tags that I'm doing are going to have sort of that theme, that foggy forest theme. And I guess you could say they're a collection of ornaments or gift tags. And I wanted them to be sort of interchangeable ornaments or gift tags. I love giving an ornament every year, especially a handmade ornament. I think it's just really special. And I think people appreciate that. And they think of you every year when they hang that on their tree. All right, so as I said before, we're getting this sanded edge so that it has a nicer fit around the chipboard, and it distresses it a little bit. So it's sort of a twofer there. All right, that's how that's gonna go. So for this one, we're gonna take the circle again and put it right there. And we're also gonna go back to the foggy forest. That sounds kind of cool, huh? Going back to the foggy forest. And I haven't completely decided. Well, yeah. I think this one. I used part of this one, And we've got this beautiful, with this one we could use the squirrel in the trees, or we could use up here on the mountain, we've got this deer or elk. Once again, I don't know. I should have done my research. So we could do either one of those. I know I'm going to put something else on here. So we could do this big guy right here. We could do some rabbits, a rabbit with some trees on there, do a little bit more of a scene. So maybe we should do this. Maybe we should do the top part. There we go. Once again, I'm going to put that kind of up to the light so I can see what's happening. I want to get that animal, whatever it is. I just know you guys are going to be blowing up my comments. It's a deer. It's an elk. Which I will very much appreciate, actually. There we go. All right, that's that one. Okay, once again, we're going to just do a little sanding around that edge, just to even that up, to stress it a little bit. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of brown ink, and I'm not going to do the whole thing. I just want a little bit like that, little color. That's going to go right there. And then we've got these cool little trees that are kind of like a little 3D moment there. How cute. I love that. And we've got this little bunny that would look so cute sort of in the foreground, like that. He's adorable. And we've even got some words here like snow, which is really cool. And you can see just on this one thing of this chipboard, you could get so many ornaments from this. So that's pretty cool. And I'm looking for a piece of scrap paper in my recycling. Here we go. So we're going to use, actually, I think I'm going to use this. Put that there. So we've got our green for our trees. And I've got this lighter green. This one's called olive green. And we're going to do them. I know this is like alarmingly green. Don't worry. We're going to take it down a notch here in a minute. And then we're going to add some of the dark green with my really chewed up ink pads. Okay, see how we're just getting, like it almost looks like the sun or something is hitting one side of it. There we go. I like how that looks. All right. And then for this cute, cute little bunny, I did find my good brown ink pad. This is the nice one. And we're just gonna do this whole little guy brown like this, and then just kind of add some darker areas on there like that. And then we've got this word snow, and I think I want to use my dark blue ink pad, but I need to find that, so I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I found my navy blue ink pad. Just gonna tap that a little bit there. we go. Okay, I think I want to go ahead and glue the snow part on first so I leave enough room for it. There. And our trees here. And here. I like how this guy is just kind of looking around there like, what? What do you want? What are you doing here? We're going to put this right here. Cute. All right, so now let's go back to the base part right here. That's going to go on there, but I want to add a little bit to it. I've got some lace here that I got at the Dollar Tree. Cut a little bit of it right here, and we're just going to glue that right across here. And then that's going to go right on top. And we're going to just have this little bit of sweet little lace peeking out, which I love. And we're going to let that dry a little bit before we trim that off. Just making sure this is straight. All right, very cute. Now, before I glue that on though, stop, Lene. We got to do one more thing. The little hanger, we need to make room for that because that's going to get sandwiched between these two things. Just another loop tied at the end of that natural twine. Put a little glue on that, and then we're just going to tuck that right there. There. See, no one knew that. I forgot. That's going to be the little hanger. And then we're going to do a little something here on the top. And initially I made like a nice little bow out of the lace, but I feel like that's going to be too much. So we're going to do this, and this is just a little loopy bow made out of the twine. But let's take a look. See, I made this like large lace bow. That's too much. So let's try. I still feel like that's a lot. So we're just going to take this one. I'm going to trim that down. A little glue. And I'm kind of working this out as I go. What if we took just like a little 1.5 inch length of this lace, and then we just put a little glue here. I was going to tie it, but okay, I have a little hot glue there, and I'm just going to kind of go like that. Yeah, I got it on my fingers, and it wasn't too bad. All right, I feel better about this. Hold on with me here. So that's going to go there. Put some more glue on there because the first glue dried. Oh yeah, that was hot. I pushed down on the wrong side. Did y'all go? Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, I'm liking that. It's a little bit, got a little bit of country, whimsical things going on there. Now we're going to turn this over. We're going to trim that lace even with that edge. And as you can see here, I have already inked the back of this with this tool and that brown ink. Just went around that. Looks a little leathery. I like that. So now, once again, we can put a greeting on the back. So this is a gift tag, or we can do the photo. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of both on this. I think we're going to kind of do this right there. And then I think we're going to take one of these and put a greeting kind of overlapping that. I love that. So let's find what's appropriate. I think peace, nature and peace, in a nice red print here. And this can just be overlapped like right there. How cute is that? And then I've also got these little red like flowers that are adorable that I'm just super anxious to use. So on this side, we could do this. I've got some white ones too. I think I'm liking the red ones. That's gonna go right there. And I think this other red one. And then we could just take like a little old-fashioned like button. That would be really cute. Just glue that right there. And so now you have this little double-sided ornament. Okay. That is just very cute and very sweet. All right. Now, I was gonna stop with 2, but I think we're gonna do one more because I'm having too much fun. So for these, I have 2 paper tags, and we're going to make an ornament out of the tags. But in order to do that, these are cardstock. I want to glue them together, and you can use the tag in a bag tags for this, which is on another video I did. I'll link that down below, or you can just cut these yourself. They're pretty simple, just like that. These are about 3.5 inches long, and we're going to do a really fast one. And let's see, maybe we'll try the bear. The bear is pretty cool. I love that bear. We've also got a wolf that is pretty cool too. I think the bear. All right, so we're going to cover this tag with glue, and we're going to put that there. Just make sure that that's squared up on all the sides. And we're just going to trim that. You'll notice how I used this side and this side, so we're only cutting away those top notches and then down the side. That's just a real time saver. All right, and now we're going to repunch the hole right there. Whoa, crash. And we still have some paper left over, so we can cover that as well. And the reason I like punch the hole is because inevitably I will cover both holes, and then I'm kind of like, what am I doing? What's going on? So this way we know where one of them is. So yeah, this is gonna go super fast. Now I have got 2 tags back to back, 2 layers of printed cardstock back to back. This is pretty sturdy. This qualifies as an ornament for sure. Now we're going to take some of this really cute red baker's twine that I've just been dying to use. And we're just going to tie a loop. All right, and then we're just going to thread the loop end through here. And we're going to do this. There we go. And now we're going to put a little greeting on there. And I'm just going to leave that bear like that because I think he's so cute. Let's do kind of a forest green greeting here. We can do season's greetings, Merry Christmas. Let's do this Merry Christmas one. This is pretty cool. And so I like to use my little pokey tool when I'm working with vinyl stickers like these dazzles. And just lifting them up, loosening them up. So that when I'm ready to lift it off, it's ready to go and it's not tugging or pulling. Okay. Now I can kind of find a nice place for this. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's that last little bit I wanted to hold on. And we're just gonna move that like that. Very nice. On the back side, we can do that little to from, or you can leave it as a just strictly an ornament. There we go. This one's a little high. There we go. Oop. All right. And now we're going to play with a little bit more of these flowers because I just think they are so cute. These are $49 in Market and they just do that right. So cute. I love it like that. And I always like to do kind of groups of 3. Just like that. Okay. And then my little brain is thinking, what else can I do to this? I think I'm going to take, we could leave it just like that. And we could take a nice little red ribbon bow and make it very jolly. All right, and that can just go right there. I want to make my loops a little bit smaller, my tails a little bit longer. Put a little hot glue on that. Go right there. And if you want to save the moon, by all means, don't put the bow on. And then we've got these adorable little jingle bells. And I think they would just be so cute on this as well. All right, and let's go back to that chipboard one more time. There is a sweet little bird right here. And I've got some space here. So I'm just going to ink this bird. Sometimes I use liquid. Sometimes I use hot glue. There we go. All right. So you guys, we've got our cute little ornament / gift tags. I like to call them chunky chunky ornaments or chunky gift tags. Here we go. This one, of course, is double-sided. And I would love to give some of these away to you guys. So if you like, comment, and subscribe, my wonderful sister-in-law Carrie will do me the great favor of picking one of the comments and selecting one of you, and then the winner will be placed in next week's video. So you'll have to check that and then let me know by emailing me that you're the winner. I would love to give these away, you guys. So thanks for joining me today. I had so much fun. As you can tell, I only planned to do 2 of these and I did 3. So I hope you had fun too, making some ornament / gift tags. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.